Hi, my name is David Göttler. I'm a mountain guide and mountaineer with the focus on 8,000 meter peaks. Today I want to show you all about our trekking poles. It's about how and when to use them, about the difference between all types of trekking poles, and of course also some tips and tricks in the end, how I use them in different occasions. What I figured out over the years helps me a little bit here and there to make my life in the mountains easier. So why it's so important and good to use poles? There are a couple of reasons, and for each one is a little bit different why really to use poles, but for me the number one reason is safety. I'm just so much more in control of each step. I can balance out things when it's slippery, when it's a bigger step somewhere up or down. The next thing is health. With that I mean the overall wear and tear on your legs, on your knee, on your ankles. With all these hours out there, it makes a huge difference if you have the right technique to really give your legs a little bit of a break and work a little bit harder with your arms. The third thing is endurance. You just can go longer because, like I said before, you work a little bit more with your arms and your legs don't have to do all that hard work. And the fourth and last thing is speed. If you're one of these guys who want to squeeze out a little bit faster times on the mountains, you can just really be faster because you don't have to look so carefully where you step. With that, let's have a closer look to each one of these advantages of the poles. There are two types of poles. They're the telescopic one, they're easy from the construction and they're really durable. Then we have the foldable ones. They are really quick and easy to assemble. They fold super small, and the huge advantage is that they can be really, really light. Doesn't matter which type of pole you get in the end, all of them are really repairable. We have every part as spare parts available, so that's a really advantage here from our poles. We have two different types of grips. This is the ergon, where the focus is on a really great ergonomic support and especially a really good grip position for downhill sections. This is the brand new Verticon, which is a reduced version of the ergon. It's sportier, lighter and has a really nice slim design. Both of them have our adjustable strap system, and the Verticon has an even lighter strap which we inherited from the trail running poles. We have two different materials in our poles. We have aluminum, which is really durable, especially when you hit it on some hard edges. It's really hard to break, and they're a little bit more affordable. And we have carbon poles, and with carbon we have a material which is super lightweight, still stable, and they are more on the performance side. This is our trekking tip, where the end is of really hard steel, so you have an optimal grip on ice or rock. And we have a changeable basket where you can have a bigger one for the winter and this one for the summer. If you want to have even more comfort, we have the option to get one with an anti-shock system, which has a small damper here above the tip, which reduces the impact. Now, as we know all about the poles, and I know you've chosen the one which is perfect for you, we come to the technique part. Here now, first it's important to have the pole in the right length. So you open the adjustment, you put it to your length, and for me it's 120, and you know it's your right length is if you put the pole down on the ground, it should be a 90-degree angle here at your elbow. The next really important thing is to use the strap in the correct way. Here you go from below in with your hand, you wrap it around your wrist with your thumb and index finger, here it comes out, and like this you have a perfect control and a very good grip and push momentum to use the pole. So the first technique is the diagonal technique, where you move one arm, one leg the same time. And this technique is really nice when it's not so steep and when you want to move a little bit faster, and you have always 2 points of contact, so it's still quite safe. So with the parallel technique, both poles swing forward at the same time, and you use this technique mostly in steeper terrain and really push with both arms nicely upward. When you go downhill, you can use as well the parallel technique, especially when you have bigger steps where you find nice safe placements left and right, and then you really lean into your poles, use the top of the poles to have a good position and make safe, good steps down. And then when you have gravel sections like this as well, you can use the parallel technique to be absolutely safe and in control. Finally, some tips and tricks which I use when I'm out on my expedition, and they help me a lot. The one thing is, I said the strap you use like this, and 90% I use it like this is the best way. But there are some occasions, especially when you traverse, for example, steep slopes, I go out of the strap and use the lower grip position. But I don't just grab around here, I take it like this, my thumb hangs in here, and with that I still have a little bit better support and control over the pole. The other thing with the foldable one, which is for sure my favorite, by the way, is that you store them folded, because like this, moisture in the tubes can get out and dry, and you have longer fun with your poles. And with that, I hope and wish you great adventures out there, and see you next time.